Hey guys, so it's again, it's the 16th of April. We got a little bit of a skiff of snow. Some places in Saskatchewan got a lot of snow, like up north, but we just got a little bit. It got down to -9, I think, maybe Celsius last night. We were seeding yesterday. The ground is pretty crispy, pretty froze this morning. This is the first time that I can ever remember seeding into frozen ground, okay? Mostly, like when we were seeding before, you guys, we were seeding in the like chalk powdered dry dirt. Well, we got just a little skiff of snow, about an inch or so, wet that top off, then she got cold and froze it. And here, I'll take you out here. See the snow on the ground? There's actually still a little bit of some remnants of some snow on the ground. This is what we're seeding into. I've never seeded into snow. See, the ground is froze here. See? See if we can get this rock out of here. Pretty cold, pretty frozen. So this is the first. Hold on here, I'm just trying to wipe my hands off. So first time ever we were pulling up frozen dirt lumps behind the drills. Before the snow we were pulling up big dirt lumps, all right, but they were dried up hard clumps of clay. Now we're pulling up the same hard clumps of clay, but now they're frozen. This is the first. This is the first. Obviously, not the most prime seeding conditions, but we gotta go, and it's go time. I hope we don't have to seed twice. I don't like seeding twice. I've only done it about maybe twice, and it was just a couple fields due to mechanical issues. Had nothing to do with environmental issues. So where the ground is dry, obviously it's not froze, right? It's just dry. And then you start pulling up lumps like this. See, this is what we're used to, dry lumps from like the Kalahari Desert, even though there's moisture in that from the snow. What we're not used to is frozenness. Oh man. Although my grandpa always used to tell me he actually was seeding with diskers. Nothing this fancy, old diskers. And I can remember stories from him way back in the day where he remembered stories, he was telling them to me, that some mornings he would go out with his diskers and the ground was so froze that he couldn't get his disker blades into the ground. And I always thought to myself, man, I don't know how that's possible, Grandpa. I'm not saying this is a bit of a windy, exaggerated story, but I don't know how that's possible. But the ground could be froze, that you can't get it in. The ground's froze! Oh my goodness. Let's get ready. This is a section, this field's 2 miles long. Never go under the wing in case you ever had hydraulic failure. It would crush you like a bug. You can hear those hydraulics whining. That's the big side will always go down first. Once it's going down all the way, then these ones will flop over. Hear that? Bang! Can you imagine? A lot of pressure on there. These wings weigh a lot. Oh, she's gonna come over. Oh, I see I have a king toes here. I don't like to see that. They're coming. If you had a hydraulic failure now, don't worry. Gravity's gonna be on your side. It's gonna flop it back down. It's once it over centers. Sorry, I got dust on my phone here. There. Now, there it is. Hear everything creaking and popping. Mike, have you ever had a mechanical failure or hydraulic failure? Yeah, we have. It's not a pretty sight. Normally it breaks stuff when it falls. Give these puppies a spin. Okay, check this hose out. You know, I just put this hose on here too. And it's so chilly out this morning. I'm surprised it didn't just snap that puppy right in half. Okay guys, let's go and do our crank test or seed test or whatever you want to call it. So we're just doing our little test here. We're making sure we got fertilizer and seed coming out of each opener. So I'm just gonna run along this and check this, okay? As we're seeding, guys, it's really important to know that just that top little bit, like that ½ inch or so, is actually frozen, crusted. As the day warms up, it's supposed to get up to plus 15 or something like that today, which is actually still pretty below seasonal temperatures. We should be like 20 now. They will thaw that top off and it'll be really good seeding again. I know you guys have a few questions like, Mike, should you be worried about seeding into that cold ground? Maybe. But we've seeded into really cold ground like this before. This is not our first time we've done this, obviously. And we haven't had issues. I guess there's always still a first. That could happen, I guess. Just doing the first pass on a new field. Like I said, this field is 2 miles long. So it's nice, real long runs, and it's quite enjoyable. Note, this is one of the reasons why you treat your seed, because you're placing it into cold soil and it's gonna have to sit there for quite a while before that soil warms up enough that it can grow, right? So it's very important that you...
the truck for that short distance.
Hold on, that's why you treat your seed. But look at this, I think we're, from our little bit of a snowstorm that we had, which was only like about 1 inch, 2 inches in the fireweed that we're about to get to, we're gonna have a few snowbanks coming up by the look of things. Yep, that's snow. Might even be a little damp in here. Back off my pressure just a little bit. This is the first time I can honestly say I'm seeding into some snow. That's the first time. Don't worry, it will melt. Oh man, let's stop and take a look at this. Oh. Oh man, oh, it's definitely a little damp in here. Yeah. Snowball, anybody? Also, it's important to note that the seed does not like growing in the mud. Okay, important to note that. I made a little bit of a snowball here. See? Nothing's gonna grow in there. Where those wheels drove through, a little slappy. It will though grow in here. It will grow in this snow. It just might take a little while. All right, guys. I gotta get going. You guys have yourself a good one. I'm just gonna try and keep the videos short, and then maybe punch them out a little bit more often. We didn't get near the snow that some places did, but otherwise, you guys have yourself a good one. Adios, amigos.